What's up, everybody? It's the Funnel Doc. Today, I wanted to go over the funnel calculator with you. So people always ask me all the time, how much should my opt-in be? What should I pay for this? What happens if I change up this page and it increases a percentage here or there or whatever? So to stop all the questions, I created this little funnel calculator spreadsheet for you. It's yours free, and it's going to show you exactly how much it costs and where all your money's going and whether or not your funnel is profitable just by plugging in some simple numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it can do. So let's first of all, this first section here is set up for opt-ins. This is for like if you have a lead magnet and you're trying to get somebody to come into your ecosystem and get them on your email list, which, as you know, email is one of the #1 things we want to grow because it's something that we own that can't be taken away from us. We'll always have our email list. So for the opt-in, first of all, these darker colors are variables you can change. And the green colors, because we want to make the money, are where it will change on its own. Those are the variables will change automatically depending on the calculations I put in. And this sort of goldish down the middle, these are what I like to call the gold standards. These are the bare minimums you want to have to sort of have a profitable funnel with this different steps. So right now we're going to go in and we're going to say we're running Facebook ads. So we're going to come in here and number of clicks. Now this is the number of people that are going to go in this example to your landing page. So say we have 2,000 clicks and we're paying, and this can change, these numbers are variables. We're paying $1 a click here, we'll say, and say right now our opt-in percentage is 20%, which is right here, the gold standard. And then if you have a self-liquidating offer, which I highly recommend, which you're going to see why it's important here in just a second, you put that here. And then the self-liquidating offer is running right around 3% above for a good funnel. So let's check these numbers out right now. So if we get 2,000 clicks and we're paying $1 a click at 20% with no self-liquidating offer, you're going to get a total of 400 opt-ins. And your cost per opt-in is going to be $5. The total amount of ad spend you're going to need is $2,000. And we're going to go in now. If we'd had an SLO right here where these are self-liquidating offer, we would have had 12 purchases. Now let's see what happens if we go in here and we put like a $19. Now I know this doesn't make a big difference, but if you see right now your profit loss margin is at 2,000. Boom. You just made 300 bucks, so it dropped it dramatically. Now let's say we get your cost per click down to, let's say, 50 cents. What happens? All of a sudden, look at that, we're down to only 700. So that was a dramatic difference right there. So as you can see these, so you can just come in here and you get to play with all these different numbers and you'll see how much you're doing. Now, someone will ask me, they're like, why would you profit loss, your loss of 1,700. First of all, you didn't lose $2,000. You had a little bit of a cushion it gave you by helping. Plus, you got 400 people into your ecosystem that weren't there before, and we're going to touch on that. The reason you want to grow that email list is because you can send them emails over time, and you can get them back into other products and offers. So this is for basically your opt-ins right here. So, and you can see like here, I had a client recently that we had 50% opt-in rate. I've had another one recently, it was like 72, like 50% is pretty good. So let's go just to 50%. Let's go from 20% opt-in to 50%. And all of a sudden, look at that. Now, because we have a SLO or self-liquidating offer, we just saved $600 on what our ad spend would have to be. Where our ad spend is still going to be $2,000, but now we're only paying $1,430 versus $2,000 full of it. So you see how having that in there helps to get them to where it's cushioning it's lessening the blow of your ad spend. Plus, check this out. That means right now 30 people, if we look right here, if we go through these numbers, we had 30 purchases. 30 people have now broke out their credit card and that barrier is lowered. So they're going to be more willing to spend with you, to give your money down the road when you show them other offers and products. So let's jump right now. We're at a loss of $1,400. Now this is over a whole month. We're going to say this is just for, you know, our you know, fantasy funnel we're doing here. We're going to say this is for a month. So right now we've got 2,000 clicks. We've had a 50% opt-in. And if we had a 50%, look at that. We just got 1,000 people in your ecosystem. And realistically, your email list on the low end, you should have $1 for every name on your email list. So even from right there, we got $1,000 a month that's now residual from those 1,000 names. So let's go to webinars. People ask me all the time, they're like, webinars, what should the numbers be? So here you go. Here are the numbers. Now, this is a little bit out of order. I probably should put this up here, this cost per webinar opt-in. Let's make this like $10. It's a little high, but let's make it like $10. Actually, it's real high. I've gotten webinar opt-ins for, I mean, $1.30. I think I got Josue once. So, but anyway, let's go. Let's say $10. And then we're going to have a total of 1,500 people go to our landing page for this $10 registration we're charging. So 1,500 people go to the page. Now, right now, or register, I'm sorry, 1,500 people register. So we're having a register show rate of, say, 50%. Let's make it a little lower. Let's make it 40%. And as you can see how the numbers all change. I love that. We come in here and play with these numbers. And then you have your webinar conversion where it's cold audience. Right now it's set for warm. So let's set it for a cold audience. Look at some real numbers here. Price of product, $9.97, which, you know, normal course price for a good course. Cost for registration, where I said 10. Order bump percent, we're going to say is 20. Price of the order bump, you know, this can vary. We're just putting 49 bucks in here for just our test. And then the OTO conversion, we're going to say is hitting right at, and again, these are all the low numbers we're putting here, the very lowest, where I consider if you're hitting these, you're doing good. They can easily be scaled up from this. And then an OTO price, we're just going to say $199. So right now, with these numbers, it looks like we're going to need $15,000 in ad spend. And when all's said and done, we're going to actually lose $3,000 right here. So not too exciting, not too exciting. But let's see what happens if we just increase this just a little bit. Let's go up from 40 to 50%. All of a sudden, we made $250. That's not exciting. But we again have 750 leads in here. So let's play with some other numbers. Let's say that we've got our show up. Let's get our conversion up a little bit. Let's go up just 2%. Now this is going to show you how important the front numbers load are, because that makes these front numbers here make a huge difference. Like if you can get your webinar, first of all, let's leave that at 2%. Watch this. If we go another 10%, watch how many people we get into our funnel more now. We just went from 750 to 900 people in the same time frame. They're now going to get our funnel, so everything goes up. So now if we get that up, and now let's say we do increase our conversion just 2%. Watch these numbers now. We're at 3,300. All of a sudden, 21,000. From 3,000 to 21,000 by increasing your conversion by 2%. Does your webinar conversion matter? Yes, it does. That is huge, people, huge. Now, let's play with this. Let's get our cost down. Let's say that we dialed our audiences in, we cut our cost in half. Boom, cut in half. Boom, look at that. We just had, up. What was the number? What was the number? Let's get this number back. I didn't see what the actual one. The actual number 4 was, let me make sure I got this up. Right, 21,000, 20,006. We cut in half 5. Look at that. We just got, what is that, $7,000 increase? $7,000 increase because we saved so much in ad spend. And we have 900 people into our ecosystem. This is huge. Look at this. Now we went, that's a that right there, $30,000 a month. And right now, if you look at this, I'm going to tell you right now, for the numbers for webinar conversion, if you get up to a 5-figure webinar conversion, you're looking at several $100,000 a year, depending on how your ecosystem is set up, several $100,000. If you get crazy and get your webinar conversion up to 10%, look at that. This funnel right here with these numbers, let's get this down. Let's get the webinar show rate let's go to 40. Let's see what this is, 40. So right now, this webinar right here at a 40% conversion, or show rate with a 10% conversion. Again, mind you, this is really good. $52,000 a month. This is over $500,000 a year right here, easily. And this is without any other things in spot. So if you go up, you're looking at really 10%, you're looking at a $1 million funnel. When you get all the other pieces in place, you're easily looking at $1 million funnel. And if you get up to 15%, then I mean $800,000 a month. You know, you're looking at close to 8 figures, $10 million a year. So these are fun. These are fun. Great. Watch this. If I change this number, like let's say I want to run a special, but all these numbers are killing it. And I want to like, what happens if I do what if I cut it in half for like Black Friday? All my numbers are solid and it's $497 I decide. Now all I do is hit enter. I'm still gonna during that cycle gonna make $39,000 at that price range. So, but that's the fun thing about this. Like you can play with these numbers. Like let's get our order bump up a little bit. Let's get that up to 30. You're gonna find the farther away you get from the initial entry percentage-wise, the less difference it makes. Unless there's a huge upsell with like a 20K offer or something crazy like that. Excuse me. But along your normal lines and everything, your initial numbers make the difference. Like if I did get this just 5%, 45, we're at 39,400 right now. And if I go just 5%, look at that. It makes it go, it gave me $6,000 more dollars, that little percentage. So anyway, those are the webinar registration. You guys have fun with that. I know I have. I stayed up last night playing with all the numbers and figuring out this can help you for your agency, for clients, be able to demonstrate costs for them. Now the bottom one we have here, this is for sales page. Now we have number of clicks to the sales page conversion. Let's make that 2%, which is the base standard, which I want you to be at. Price of product can be, whatever. Like I just put $479 for price order bump, 47. Order bump percentage, let's get that down to 20, which is the standard, like I said before. And then we have OTO price, again, $199 with a 5% conversion. And then I have your cost per click, which we have at $5. So right now, if we had 13,000 clicks with a 2% conversion, that means we're going to have a total of 60 sales. That's going to be a total amount of sales of almost $29,000. We're going to have a total of 12 order bump purchases. The total amount of order bump sales will be $564. We'll have 3 OTOs, and that sales will be at $597. Cost to acquire a customer for what we're looking at, we're paying $250 at this rate for the number of sales. Because if you look at the number of purchases here, for each one of these purchases, we're paying $3,000. We're paying $250 to acquire a customer. But if you look at this, even paying $15,000 in ad spend, this is still a profitable funnel. $14,000. We're making $14,000 a month after we pay for our ad spend. Needed ad spend for this is at $5 a conversion, at $5 a click, $15,000. And if we change that up and we just make that a little lower, what if we get down to $1? Like that's crazy, but what if we get down to $1? Look at that. All of a sudden the ad spend went down, incredible amount changed there. It went 26,000. Where before it was at 14,000. So incredible difference, incredible difference. So I have other calculations down here. With everything the way it's set up here, this total funnel per monthly cycle is set up. Now I didn't round it up, so mind you, these numbers are going to be are exact when they should be rounded up or down. I didn't do that. I didn't put those formulas in here. But the total amount of profits for this funnel, even losing $1,400 at the front end, we're looking at $58,788.06 with 2,560 people added to your email list, people. So let's play some magic. Let me show you why your email list is so important. So we're going to knock out the people who bought already, and we're going to say that we got 50% of those to go to our webinar. 50% of those is roughly 1,250, we're going to say. So now all of a sudden, now this is free traffic. 1,250 people are going to go to our webinar, And it's free because we're going to use our emails and bots to get them back to the webinar. Now, watch this magic. Now, look at this profit loss, people. Profit loss. Boom. $3,000, $37,000, sorry, of free money. They've already been through the cycle. You already got them into your system. That's your email list, baby. You want to know how powerful that is? Boom. It just made you $37,000 extra dollars in 1 month. That's not even pushing them through this sales funnel again or any other products you have. So as you can see, this funnel calculator is super fun and powerful. It's going to show you all the holes in your funnels that you have, and it's going to help you to be able to understand the funnel process. I hope you have as much fun playing with this as I did making it. Please let me know if you have any comments. To be able to download this, just hit the button. It's going to be down below, or there's going to be a link around here somewhere. Just click on that. Then you'll be able to get your own copy. There'll be an actual video with instructions showing you how you're able to add this to your own Google Drive account. So you'll have it with you. The reason why I kept it linear also like that is it's perfect. The long ways you can keep it on your phone. So you can sit there and you can actually be doing calculations on your phone. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your time.